Hey, hello there. I started stream a bit later than yesterday, I know, but hey, we're finishing this game today, and it doesn't matter how long it takes. I also want to see what the other path was that we didn't choose in the last stream, so I'll just go right into it, because I started a bit later than I originally wanted to. Okay, so where were we? It was this one. Actually, wait, I totally forgot. I will just show you the content warnings. That would be good, I think. And my iPad has sound on. Okay. Warnings. No, that's wrong. Oops. There it is. Those are the content warnings. So just in case if you don't like any of this. Yeah. Also heads up, I'm not good in reading. I stumble over the words quite a bit, so just for your information, I guess. But yeah, let's just go into it. Okay, last time, it's like the end of the game. We killed the two people in the gangs, so now we are not in any gang, and we are currently in the city. We're currently still in the city, and we're thinking if we want to stay here or if we want to leave. So, yeah. Okay, he looked a little bashful at that comment, scratching his head, unsure what to say. I don't know. I just picked it up over time, I guess, how to get out of fights and whatnot. Yeah, that makes sense. You feeling alright? Didn't say anything when you left. Oh yeah, we left the bar, like, before this moment, and we just sat outside of the city. It's very strange to just start playing absolutely in the middle of a conversation because I stopped last stream very abruptly. But hey, it was like, I think it was the longest stream I ever had. Like, it was 3 hours long, and that's a lot longer than I usually stream. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't want to bother you during your poker game. You thought about what you wanted to say, but so many things. Your tongue, everything's swelling up inside you, just fit to burst. You didn't know if you could admit to how you were feeling to him. It almost felt too personal. It felt wrong. It felt harsh. I feel strange. That's the simplest way I can put it. Looked at you a moment. I woke up, unimpressed. Wait on me. Huh? Wait on me. I want to know what you're thinking. I know you've got stuff on your mind you ain't telling me. You moved through your lips with a sigh, thinking about whether you should. He was right, after all. And my cat just... Okay, she's just doing something. You don't have to hide how you feel anymore. If you were honest, you didn't want to keep hiding it. I'm scared, I guess. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. What I'm going to do next. Everyone at the saloon... I still don't know how to say it. I'm just saying saloon, okay? Saloon was asking us about plans, and I realized I don't have any. I didn't think that far ahead. Now we're here, I don't know what to do. I feel like an animal that's been let out of its cage and gotten lost in the wilderness. But what are you scared of? What's the worst that could happen? I don't know. That's why I'm scared. What if I do the wrong thing, make the wrong decision? What if I decide to settle down in clemency like Sheriff said, and I don't like it? Where would I go? I've had so much of my life wasted running with Curly. Curly was the boss of the gang that Robin was in, and we killed him in the last stream. I don't want to lose more of it to bad decisions. I've made too many of those. I don't want to waste my life either. We can make those choices together now, though. We can turn over a new leaf. I know we could, but I'm worried about you too. I was talking with Jacob and Bartholomew, and I realized I don't know you. I don't know anything about you. You don't know me either. Joseph's face face was solemn. He just stared into your eyes like he was trying to unpick some meaning from your expression. I've done horrible things, Joseph. So have I. I don't know what... I don't know that I like the person I've become after Curly. I don't trust myself. You did what you needed to stay alive. You don't have to like it. You're growing frustrated with rebuttals, like he wasn't listening to you. You twisted your body round, one leg up, facing him head on. I love you, and I'm scared of hurting you. I'm scared that the man who could hurt Curly is the same man that could hurt you. I'm scared that if we really knew each other, we wouldn't be here in the first place. The wind whistled in your ears. Joseph's face was still. Eyes squinted a little, contemplating your words. A few moments passed before you opened his beak to speak. I love you too, and I'm not scared of you. I want to find out who you are, and hope I have the courage to let you find out who I am. I'm scared too, and I know what you mean. Know that I'm free of the gang. I don't know what to do with myself. All I know is I want to be with you. Maybe we'll make bad choices, but who cares? You helped show me I don't have to live my life in fear, Robin. I think if we're scared, it means we have our heads screwed on right, but it doesn't have to stop us from living. We can make whatever mistakes we want. We can stay in clemency forever. We can go traveling the country. Tonight ain't the night to worry about the rest of your life. Whatever happens to us, if I can kiss your face at the end of the day, then everything will be alright. A great wave of relief washed over you, and as Joseph spoke, you didn't realize how much you needed to hear that from him. A kiss and a prayer? He laughed. Yeah, on a kiss and a prayer will just be fine. Stir with our lives, huh? He leaned in and pecked you on the cheek, bringing a blush of warmth to them that even the night breeze could not cool. Seems pretty good to me. Now come on, let's get on back down there and have a good time. I think someone said they were gonna dust off that old piano and play us all a tune. He made to stand up, but you reached out, placing your hand over his. Wait. Is it alright if we just sit here a little longer? Then we can go down. It's a night. It's a nice night, that's all. He smiled, eyes softly tilting to the sky, looking to the stars. Sure is. You wanna stay here a spell? That's just fine by me. As he settled back down, he scooted over closer to you, shoulder to shoulder, and you tilted your head to rest on him. You slipped your hand into his, and he held yours tightly, squeezing back between your fingers. The night may be cold, but he was all the warmth you needed. You spent so long looking out for yourself, looking out for people who didn't care about you. Now you can look out for each other. Oh, is that the end? Did I really just, stop the game? Yeah, I just stopped the game last stream in around, I don't know, 10 minutes before the end. It's just like I said. Okay. Hey, actually, we're still going to see if the other path that we could have chosen is any different than this one. Yeah, actually, I really like these types of games. I think it's called visual novels, yeah. It might not be very interesting to do on stream, I think. But if I find some that maybe have like a voiceover, so that I don't have to read all of it, that would be quite good, I think, because then we can actually like focus more on the game instead of like me just reading for 4 to 5 hours. I really like this game. I really like the art style, so I will probably like check out the people that made it. Okay, now I want to load up. What's the difference between these two? Oh yeah, okay. I will just go to this one. the last time I tipped him off, and I want to see if there's any difference if we keep quiet, because that was the moment when we went back to the city and then the two gangs met. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep quiet. No, it was better if Kelly didn't know about the shooters. As dangerous as it was to leave someone like that hanging around during a fight, it was more danger to him. The seconds dragged on. It felt as though your very breath may tip the scales, just heavy from breathing the air of people who want to kill you. Okay, I'm back. There was a safety in numbers in the crowd. Even so, you found yourself for the first time thinking about running. Now, before had you considered it. This time was different, of course. There wasn't going to be a next time. Running would tip the scales for sure, but you couldn't know in whose favor. Whether it's safe with the gang or run and let all hell break loose. I will just stay on to see what happens. Now, if you ran, you might make yourself a target. Better to stick with the gang till they're scattered. Kelly spoke up in a low voice, across to those behind him. Alright, that's I think the same as before. Okay, full on eager admiring his handiwork, he hadn't noticed one small bird hanging on the edge of the crowd that had raised the rifle. Kelly's face instantly twisted in a full-toothed cry of pain, eyes clenched shut, staggering back a step as he clutched at the side of his chest. A moment passed before the crowd behind you dispersed, everyone running to take cover as the fight broke out. On the other side, you saw the same, the clump of figures scattering like ashes to either side of the street. You couldn't see where Joseph went, and you couldn't afford to hang around as more shots were fired. Kelly was struggling to move as he turned to see you still standing here alone. A bullet whizzed by, striking the ground. He gave you a look and slumped over onto you, one arm slung over your shoulder, much of his weight bearing down on you now. You had no choice but to help carry him out of the street, me shaking as you walked, as quickly as you could. Yeah, so this time it's a bit different. The compatriots fired a volley of rounds down the street, providing you enough cover to drag your bleeding bus between two buildings. He was heavy on your neck and wobbling as you walked together, his stride still outpacing you as you tried to keep up and push him along. You kept walking through the long clump of houses that lined the main street, pushing through to the other side where it gave way to a hill. So this time we're doing just the same thing as Joseph, I think. So we probably still will meet them here. In a corner that led out of the shade, he rested against the wall, lightening the load of you as he craned his neck to check if the way was safe. Again, without a word, he re-slumped onto you as you walked around the corner together. Kelly used the house as support too now, bloodied hand dragging across the walls as he used you to drag him even forward. Gunshots continued to ring out, bouncing through the alleys and streets next to you. The acid smell of gunpowder grew stronger, even as your nose was full of the scent of Curly's sweat-blended fur. You stumbled along the back path, a little more before Curly's weight on you suddenly became crushing, like gravity itself had become stronger. The full weight of Curly lay on you for a moment before your knees buckled and he slid off the grunt. He threw out a hand trying to catch himself, scraping it on the wall of a house as he fell, coming to sit in the dirt. He sat with his back flat against a slatted wooden wall, one hand reaching across to grasp his side so hard you could see the tendons. The other hand clutched his gun, fingers resting next to the trigger. He breathed slowly and heavily, with gritted teeth staring out over the edge into the rest of the town, across roofs and into the desert. His ears twitched with the hop of guns around you, seemed to come from every direction. This was the best chance you were going to get, you thought. He was so vulnerable looking. Some part of your mind though said you couldn't. You can't kill him, something will go wrong. He's a hurt and cornered animal right now. Stare real hard at me, there, tomboy. What? I'm gonna croak on you? Don't. I'm not going anywhere. You could feel the weight on your gun in your holster as you shifted on your feet. The space where your hand needed to be to grab it. Curly fidgeted around, like it was impossible for him to get comfortable where he was, before giving up and sitting crooked. We'll hide out here for the time being. The boss will take care of things. You're not much good in a fight, but you're better protection than nothing. Some of Black Vulture's lot might come this way, so keep your eyes peeled. You gently unholstered your gun, letting it dangle on your fingers by the handle. You didn't want to stick around. You didn't know how the fight was going. You didn't know if Joseph was alright. You were just wasting time, standing here, with this bastard bleeding on the ground next to you. Just shoot him. That's all you had to do. Just shoot him and be done with it. You've killed people before. You deserved it more than most. And still, you can't bring yourself to do anything. Your ears prick up. You hear the sound of someone running in this way, thudding fast against the dirt, and look up. You swing your gun up hastily, ready to whoever coming your way. You don't see anything for a few more moments until a bird comes running out, looking around frantically. It was Joseph, panting, holding his shotgun in both hands, and as he looks your way, his eyes land on you. They light up like the brightest fireworks. I knew it would be Joseph. But it is a bit awkward now, because the guy is still alive, just sitting there looking at us. Ah, well, there's one. The glint of Cully's gun shone in the corner of your eye as he moved, arm crossing his body, pointing upward. Joseph's eyes widened, pupils became pinpricks, trying to turn tail and run as he saw Curly take aim. It was all so quick and felt like an eternity. As you yourself lifted your gun, aiming directly at Curly's hand, as it steadied itself. Before doubt and fear could take a hold, you squeezed the trigger and saw his hand explode. Oh, okay. That's a bit unexpected. The sound of the shot rattled through your head. Joseph staggered and stopped as it went off. Curly snatched his hand away. His gun dropped to the ground with a dull thud, and he buried the hand into himself, crying out and rolling. What the? He looked bewilderingly at Joseph, failing to understand what had blasted the fingers off his hand, before looking to the side, at you. Looking at the wisp of smoke from the barrel of your gun, you felt yourself panting heavily, hands shaking, in fact your whole body shaking with adrenaline. You heard the thud of footsteps again, and looked to see Joseph run over, slowing as he neared you and Curly. Alex, so that looks just exactly that's like the scene, but like with Joseph's boss, but now instead it's the other way around, and it's Curly, the boss of Robin. You two meet eyes, anger and disgust spilling onto Curly's face in equal amounts, while Joseph's became, well, you thought. So this is him, huh? The great Curly Wolf? Joseph came down from your eye level, crouching to Curly, studying his face. All makes a little more sense now. Found yourself a little buddy, didn't you? You won't stick around, I can see it in his eyes. Anger fluttered across Curly's brow, but he wasn't stupid. He knew he wasn't getting out of this situation. He was as good as dead. You really are two peas in a pod. Traitors and cowards who just run from everything. Well, that's just not true. His breaths were haggard, throat hoarse and harsh, holding on out of spite more than anything else. Whatever he told you, promised you, tomboy, it's not real. I know people like that when I see it. When things get tough, he'll leave. He'll run like all the other times. Or will you run first? You might say it's not so, but I know you're a liar. Always have been. Should have known you'd betray me sooner or later. Saw it in your eyes all those times, and never liked you. Do you even know his name? Joseph regarded Curly coolly, but his anger wasn't concealed by the sharp spite in his voice, with a clench of his jaw. Does it matter? What's her name anyhow? If I call someone and they come, that's the name. Answer the question. Do you know his name? Curly squinted up at Joseph, the sun shining in his face. You and Joseph's shadow kissed up the wall beside him. No, of course I don't. The deafening blast of Joseph's shotgun cut him short, and you flinched away, averting your eyes from the pepper-red mess of his chest. You followed the momentum of your flinch, turning around, gazing out across the hill and down into the town, breathing in and out. You heard one last breath of swords behind you, a gurgle of blood from the mouth, and then a rustle of clothes as he fell limp. Well, that's good. I don't know if the other guy is dead already, but this one sure is. Wrong answer. Robin? You gingerly reached a hand behind him, tugging at his shirt when you found Purchase pulling herself in. Oh, it's a hug. His arms caught you as you took a weak step toward him, returning his embrace as he held you close, your heads over each other's shoulders. There was a pit in your stomach making you nauseous. You closed your eyes as you breathed in, focusing on your smell so close to you. Are you alright? Are you hurt? I'm fine. So this one is a bit different actually. That's good. So it isn't just like one way for the story to go. I mean, it probably will still go and end the same way, but the middle part is a bit different. You pulled away from each other as you heard more gunshots, the fight starting up again, no doubt caused by Joseph's shotgun. You need to get somewhere safe, wait for this to blow over. Once they realized Curly's dead, the girls will probably hightail it out of here. Where's Blake Butcher? Not sure, lost him when the fight broke out. I was more concerned about finding you, really. Holstering your gun, you stooped down and picked up Curly's revolver from where it had fallen. You grabbed Joseph's hand and placed it on your shoulder to pull him with you, walking briskly, keeping on the way you'd been going already. We can skirt around the edge of the town and make the way out of the saloon. Away to the saloon, safest place I can think of. So now we probably will see him there, because it's like a bit with the role switched, I think. Joseph nodded and followed you, trailing by his arm, your gun held firm and ready in your hand, cautious of every alley you passed. I'm just gonna drink something. You kept following the edge of the hill, heading for where the street bent, sheriff's office being across the way. You were aiming to loop round the back of the office and avoid the firefight in the street, but as it came into view, a taller figure started to pass by. It is him. He didn't notice you at first, but the sound of you both stopping short caught his attention, and you met the eyes of Black Vulture. Well, what do we have here? Taking a prisoner, Joseph? You could see the blood staining his coat, his shirt on the side of his stomach where you pressed the hand, but he seemed surprisingly unfazed. Oh, so he has this one with him. Following Blake from behind the building came the bird you recognized as the shooters, the one who shot Curly. He stood behind Blake, rifle firm in both hands, a mask covering his face, small eyes watching keenly. The grip of Joseph's hand on your shoulder grew tighter as he pulled you towards him and little, continuing to walk you forward slowly. Yeah, I thought he might be useful. Should have some knowledge about Curly Rose hideouts and whatnot. Blake grunted, hitched a rope but now standing taller, his crooked neck raising his head above you. Always so quick on your feet, Joseph. It's good thinking. I'm just curious as to why you're not holding him to gunpoint. He took a few steps closer to you both. Well, neat. Why I had to take a bullet for your actions. My actions? You ran. You slimy, traitorous coward. You ran with your tail behind your legs, and now I'm bleeding from the stomach. Your palms were sweating, your head down, faced away from Blake and his shooters, hiding the gun in your hand. It was a bad time to be caught in the act. You thought about whether this was your chance to kill Blake, but he was so close to you both, with his own gun drawn still. and you knew how hard it would be for Joseph to try. Kill him, the fear dripping inside his chest. You should stick around. Kelly's guys might find you. You dared to look behind you, look at where they were standing. When you saw in Black's eyes, you'd made a mistake. The glint of a gun in your hand, hidden and now revealed as you twisted your body ever so slightly too much. Joseph must have seen the connection to the spark of realization in Black's eyes. He swung his arm suddenly towards Black, bashing him upside the head with the shotgun and knocking him to the ground with a grunt. The shootist, even while watching close, he was caught off guard, and though he realized he readied his rifle quickly, you had already been looking at him. You aimed the revolver at his head and fired a shot clean through, his mask flew off, twisting in the air. As the shooters fell, his dying trigger finger squeezed enough to let loose a final shot from the tilted rifle. Oh no, he got hurt again. You heard the telltale red thud of a bullet hitting someone, and Joseph cried out for a moment, hand snapping to clutch his thigh. That little son of a gun still got me. Black was already starting to stir from being knocked down, and you pushed your head under one of Joseph's arms. Come on, we need to go, now. Joseph held his arm around your shoulder, using your help to take some of the weight off, but still limping as fast as he could with the pain. You abandoned your plan to go around town and ran down the nearest alley towards the main street and towards the fight. You couldn't afford to get caught out by someone again, Black or otherwise. Joseph was too hurt, you just had to get to the saloon. As you reached the street, everything had lulled again, once again, the air deadly quiet all of a sudden. You poked your heads out, but whether people were hiding, it wasn't anywhere near you. Well, that's good. I'm very busy reading the game, so I'm just not giving a lot of reaction to it. The saloon was just across the street. You looked at Joseph, his face so close to yours as he nodded. You pushed off together, running and walking as fast as you could to get across without being seen. Halfway across the wide street, the saloon was so close. You looked behind you only to see Black coming to a halt as your eyes met. Wiping blood off his face from his cracked beak, he aimed the gun at you both from the alley entrance. Well, he isn't a good shot, but still that might not be too good. Your heart skips a beat, and you crash to the ground, pulling Joseph with you, hoping you might dodge the bullet. The shot rings out, but it didn't come from behind you, and in fact you quickly looked towards Black to see him ducking down. His head was knocked off by the unknown shot, and he grabbed it before scuttling back, hiding further in the alley. The shots spooked the hiding gang members too, as a couple shots were fired back, and then maybe more, adding to the cacophony. You picked Joseph and yourself up off the dusty ground, seeing down the street that many were shooting up as some attackers on the roofs. You took off running in a crouch, with your hand rolled into a fist around your gun and the back of Joseph's clothes, dragging him with you. Well, you probably already know who it is, because it's just the sheriff, probably, and the bunny guy I forgot the name of. While stumbling up the stairs of the saloon porch, you flung open the doors and held Joseph inside faced. There was a loud crack at the wooden door frame was struck and scattered near your head. As you turn and slam the door shut, you see Black pull away from aiming at you, now having to reload. With the door shut, your eyes adjusted to the dimly lit interior, the sun not quite shining in the same as last time you were here. Joseph stood with his injured leg slightly off the floor, laying on a table with one hand. You go over to him and holster your gun, handing it to him by the barrel, handle pointed upwards. You take it, you need something better than a shotgun. I have it for a reason, Robin. I'm a real terrible shot, More likely to hit you than who I'm aiming at. And take it for good luck. I've had it for a long time, it's always done me well. He gave you a hesitant look still. You both knew time was of the essence, but he didn't want to put you in danger. You trusted him, you knew this wasn't dangerous. 2 hours isn't much good on you. Just take it and hide. Black's still coming after us. Joseph took the pistol from you and slid a shotgun across the floor at the end of the bar, limping over to hide behind it. You ducked down yourself and scuttled over to the nearest window, listening to the shootout happening outside. You needed to know where Black Vulture was. You pulled up and peeked over the windowsill. As soon as you pulled your head far enough up, your eyes landed on a distant figure of Black, rifle aimed directly at you. You immediately snapped away from the window and pressed yourself against the wall, holding still as one louder shot echoed in the street. The window next to your head broke with a short twang, the panes falling on the sill and shattering either side, the floor covered in glass. At least this time, Rowan did not get thrown through a window, so that's good. You felt a sharp pain pierce your ears and reached up for a moment to feel the tip missing. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Oops. Your fingers slicked with blood as you brought them down. The side of your face started to feel wet. You could feel your fur matting and sticking to itself inside your ear. He'd known where you were, he'd almost got you, but you knew where he was now, and he'd probably try to move and throw you off. You reared your head up along with your gun, spotting Black sneaking away from where he was as he tried to avoid bullets. He saw you as you took aim through the window, but you weren't going to falter and let him get jump on you again. You followed his movement with your hand, watching where he was going, and squeezed the trigger just ahead of him. The gunshot echoed through the saloon, and a single moment later, Black fell with a small spray of blood, kicking up dust as his legs splayed out. You stood up a little, still crouched, peering more clearly over through the window to get a better look at him on the ground. He didn't seem to be breathing. You kept watching for any sign of life, any movement, but even as bullets from the fight hit dirt and wood beside him, he didn't seem to stir. You gingerly kicked the broken glass under your side, taking a deep breath. You snuggled down and sat with your back to the wall, ears down, not wanting to attract any of the shooters still outside. The very head of Joseph poked out from the end of the bar, looking at you, his eyes then flicked around to the window. I got him. He's dead. Black's dead. You should just lie low here for a bit. Joseph nodded, shuffling out from behind the bar a bit more. I'm not sure. Is he dead? He probably is, but not 100% sure. We had a bit of a mess of the saloon. Hope Bart won't be too mad about it. I hope so too. You guys sheriff must have told people about what was happening, but you weren't sure. You'd help fix it up if you could. You sat there, waiting, listening still as the fight outside died down. You could hear some distant shouts, sounding of people running, the wind howling through the open windows. The crunch of glass. Your ears slipped towards the noise, as a feathered hand shot through the window, grasping at your face. See, Oh, okay, yeah. The arm grabbed under your chin and pulled and jerked you up. Yours became caught and strained as you were half choked out to the window. You dropped your gun and desperately pulled at the arm, forward digging into the skin of Black's wing as you tried to break free. See, I told you. He's probably not dead. Another arm threw itself as he got to his knees, pressing your head against the wooden windowsill and tilting your head back. You could see his face close in your periphery, and his other hand now came to your throat, something sharp and cold resting against the skin. The shard of glass glinted in the sun, and reflections danced around the dim saloon. Your claws hurt from scratching feathers out of his arm. You didn't want to die. Your head was back, neck thrust forward, exposed, looking at the nothing of the ceiling above you. This is gonna hurt you much more than it's hurting me. The words brushed past your ear. You felt the arm move, the glass start to prick into your skin. A loud bang went off. reverberating around the room and vibrating deep in your body for a moment. You fall to the floor. You crash into the shattered glass beneath you, twisting to look up at the window, running your head along your throat with subsiding panic. The arms that had been around you were limp, hanging through the window along with Black's long neck, his face motionless and frozen. The bloody shard of glass in his hand fell to the floor with a tink. The blood from his head started to drip next to it. You looked over at Joseph and saw him sitting lopsided on the floor, the revolver in his hand still pointed towards the window. He was looking past you at Black, breathing heavily, and then looked in your eyes. Sad, not moving an inch, just a flick of a stare. You blinked after what seemed like an eternity, and you felt the roughness of breaths in your throat, a hoarse cough every so often. You pushed your hand against the floor and sat up, Joseph putting the gun down carefully beside him. I think we got him for real then. You gave a small nervous chuckle as did he. More gunshots started up at sight, only less than before. You got on your knees, holstering the gun you dropped, and crawled carefully over the broken glass across the floor to Joseph. You took a gentle hold of your shorter arm, a warm squeeze. You might be in danger here still, if someone sees us, especially with all big beak there being a window ornament. Yeah, we could go in the storefront for now, I suppose. Looked over at the bar and the door to the store. Gentle curve from thinking of his brow before meeting your eyes again. The store has rooms, don't it? Okay, yeah. That's... I think that's more or less the same, I think, right now. There's a loss. Okay, yeah, they just go. Okay, yeah. So I think that's just gonna be the same thing. Yeah, that's the same thing. They just sit down. They just wait. And all of that good stuff. I'm just looking. I'm back again. Okay, so now, as far as I'm aware, it just is pretty much the same. Yeah, it's the same. Do you still get the same cutscenes and all of that? Probably. Forward a little. Yeah, we still get the same cutscenes and all that. Yeah, look at this, it's the same. Okay, now I will just load up. I just want to see if... Okay, we can just like tip him off, and then once he does something, we can also just kind of... We can see what will happen if we run away. That'd be interesting. You'll run. You had to run. Staying wasn't worth the risk of getting shot. Not here, not this time. Cross the impossibility long feeling gap between Curly Wolf and Black Coach's gangs. You looked closely at Joseph, catching his attention. He nodded once at him, and then and he nodded back, understanding. If one ran, you both ran together. To the right side, you spied a gap, an alley between two buildings near to you. Heartbeat pounding like a drum in your chest, you set your feet steady in the dirt. You ran out from behind Curly as fast as you could, letting the momentum of your legs pounding the ground carry you. You were down the alley and out of Black Vulture's sight before almost anyone could react. Looking back, you saw Curly's expression vacillate between a moment of surprised anger and a snarl before standing on gritted teeth. Curly's hand reached for his gun, but something he saw had him hesitate. Wait, hold up. Hand hovering over the holster. He ducked and ran, throwing a hand up in the air to signal for the gang to scatter, his large frame running away with you across the street. He dived out of sight as one unlucky coyote behind him was cut down by whizzing bullets, while spraying across the dirt. You didn't hang around at the fight started, but you knew you saw as you took off between the houses of the main street. You knew Curly had seen you as he sat up, eyes piercing from the other side. He was coming for you. Okay, that's... The clapper house flanking the street made it means that you could hide in as you scurried through. You had many sounds of gunshots now starting to fill the air, quirks and pops. I don't want to read all of it. I think I'm just gonna quickly look through it instead. You need to find Joseph. That shows something. But I think most of these are just purely more or less the same thing. And they aren't the same, but they kind of have a bit of a different middle part. So I'm kind of glad that there's not like a bad ending to this game. But yeah, I really like the art style, so I think it's really cool that the characters themselves are not like standing still. Like it's the... I know, is it the 2-frame thing? That there's like 2 almost identical frames, but they are a bit different, so it looks like they're a bit moving. Which I think is really cool because most of the visual novel kind of games just have it stand and not move at all, which is a bit boring a first time. This adds a bit. There's also a lot of different emotions for all of the characters. Oh, look at this. They both met each other. And this time, they met without any of the other people. Oh, so we're getting the hug earlier this time. Because usually it was after we just killed someone. Oh, that sounds too good to be true. We still have 2 people that we need to get rid of. Okay. Honestly, I think running is still quite good. It's a bit risky to do in a fight, but I mean, they both turned out okay. Okay, so are we just gonna find both of the guys now? Or is it still gonna be like first one and then the other one? I think it's from the... Okay. Now, who did you see? Yeah, so first we see probably the curly wolf. Yeah, it was him. It was him. Yeah, he's not happy with us. But I mean, come on. Don't people betray you all the time? Because, well, it probably happens more often. cannot read all of this. I'm sorry. Because if I just read for that long like last time, that's just gonna be awful. I think last stream I drank the whole 1.5 liter bottle of water. Which is a lot. I don't usually drink that much in 3 hours. Yeah, so Joseph was sticking up for us. Maybe he's both brave and foolish. Okay. I think Joseph is gonna get hurt now. Okay, no, so Joseph is not hurt yet, but he probably is gonna be hurt still, because that's what usually happens. Okay, that's a bit unexpected. So they're just full on fighting now. Oh no, Joseph. Okay, I'm just reading now. I'm just quietly reading. I mean, you standing behind the Robin, you can just shoot him, and it would be fine. Just shoot him, Robin, please. Oh no, why didn't you didn't you shoot him instead of running up to him? I mean, I think Robin did that in the first choice we did, and he also just ran at his legs to make him fall. I'm just thinking, like, you could have just shot him in the first place. Okay, so we're just all fighting Curly now. Well, honestly, I would also just not be loyal to you, because he treated Robin very badly. I should say it this way. It's honestly deserved, Curly. No, I'm pretty sure Joseph didn't run away, but he will come back somewhere before the fight, and probably then he's gonna save Robin like he usually does. Yay, Joseph was back. That's wonderful. If they she just left the knife in there, okay. Okay. The intense music. Okay, okay. That is a long fight. That's probably the longest fight actually we had in the whole game of Curly, because in the other choices it wasn't that long, and we still have the other guy I always forget the name of. Like culture, that's it again. Yeah, we even got a cutscene. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, okay. Oh no. No, he's just hurting Joseph really badly in this version. Okay, finally. It took him long enough. Okay, okay, okay. No, this is a bit bad actually. It's quite bad. Okay, I think that's at least good. Because it would be quite a pain if it was very bad. You know what I want to do after we finish this? Get this one. I will want to play the card game again. Because I saved one of the save files with the card game still. And I think I want to see what happens if we maybe lose. Like I will try to lose on purpose. Well, I think the two guys with the guns are just by culture and the shooters. Oh no, never mind then. Oh really? So, okay. It's a bit interesting. Oh yeah, I can also see that's a good detail. Oh, so they okay, so they also just want to kill the other guy too. That's oh no, never mind. They want to kill them. Okay, okay, I misread that. Maybe. Yeah, they're probably not gonna see us around anymore. But still, I mean, it's nice that he found some people that were also with us, with like fighting, considering he said that most of the people were pretty loyal to Black culture. Okay, so now we're just going to do something like usual. Yeah, something's gonna happen before you go in there. Like it usually does. Okay then. Okay, we shut the door. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much the same, but not quite. It's like little details that are still different. Like I know maybe the bird, the other second bird that's here too. Okay. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just gonna end here probably. Like we obviously know how it's gonna end, and it's just a bit different. Just also the game is free, so if you really want to, you can look at this. You can just I don't know, fast forward. That's something that you can do. I'll probably look after at the other endings a bit after stream, but like, I think I need to go right now. I have something to do right now, sadly, so I have to cut it short a little bit. Just we did see endings, and it's just a bit different because it's usually quite the same. But this game is really cool, so if you want to, you can play it, or maybe look at the art of the artists of this game, because honestly it looks really cool. I will just look at them after stream. I'll look at maybe the one of the socials. But yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day. night, evening, morning. Well, depending where you are. I hope to see you next time, which is hopefully tomorrow. I will be playing Minecraft. I'll be playing Minecraft. I'm gonna be playing Minecraft Hardcore. That's the one. Okay then. Bye bye.